Hello and welcome to the Absolute Zero Podcast, a monthly fancast where we discuss the Steins Gate Zero anime adaptation. As a quick warning, this podcast will contain spoilers for the most recent episode of Steins Gate Zero that has aired, and all of the original Steins Gate, so if you've not played or watched that, go do that first. This will serve as a companion to the currently airing Zero anime, so you can listen to it alongside that. So, my name is Cullen. I am, Dr. Cullen, PhD. And I am joined by my good buddy Steiner.
It's me.
It is him. And we will start this off by, I guess, just saying kind of what Steins Gate means to us and why should the viewer care what we say about it.
Yeah.
First of all, I guess, elephant in the room. Steiner, what is your relation to Steins Gate?
I was on the Steins Gate official localization project for the visual novel. And since then, I've translated a lot of supplementary material for the series as well. So I'm a translator, basically.
Oh, yes. He does very good work.
Oh, thank you.
Very, very good work. I'm going to keep... This is going to be on the recording.
Okay.
It took us 25 minutes to get to this level of quality.
We got the introduction.
But we're gonna keep rolling with it.
Let's fucking do it, dude.
Yes, and so I am a nobody, all things considered. I made the Chaos Child video.
No, you made a nice video. It's a good video.
It was a good SciADV video, but besides that, we have both completed the Steins Gate and Steins Gate Zero visual novels.
Yeah.
We both enjoy them a decent amount, besides the visual novels, it's got some flaws, whatever.
I mean, you can call me shit taste right now, but I like Zero more than the original.
I like Zero a lot. I'm waiting for a time to replay the original and then replay Zero.
Yeah, I get it.
And compare and contrast them a little bit.
I know that Zero has a lot of flaws, but to me, the presentation and the contents of the story is a lot more impactful.
It's good shit. Like, generally just all good stuff. But, so, Zero, it's taken years, but the Zero anime is finally out. People have been very worried about it since it was announced because the Chaos Child anime is garbage.
They don't have a good track record of adapting the anime of the science adventure series.
And I guess just spoilers right off the bat. I don't know why we were worried because they would put all their money into their Golden Boy, and the first episode was great.
If I only had one complaint, it would probably be that 23 beta is kind of necessary, but there's currently no legal way to actually watch that.
Would you like to tell the audience what 23 beta is?
So 23 beta was a special episode that they created some time ago as sort of a promotional material for the Steins Gate Zero visual novel. And it's basically an altered version of episode 23 that segues into the events of Steins Gate Zero. You probably know this at this point, obviously, but the premise of Steins Gate Zero is it's the world line in which he didn't go back the second time for various reasons.
Yes.
But he didn't save Kurisu, and basically it's the story of the Okabe that will eventually...
The Okabe redemption arc.
Yeah, he will eventually, get his shit together, hopefully, and send that message back to himself.
I'm trying to make another Naruto joke. Hold on one second.
All right, do it.
This is going to be really funny.
All right.
The Hikaboshi retrieval arc. There we go. I got it.
Oh my god.
Yep, there it is. That's high quality right there. Yep. And how many people just clicked out of the video? 10 billion. 10 billion viewers clicked off.
I mean,
that's a shame.
The thing is, I'm not sure that because the first part of the episode, they integrated a little part from Drama CD Beta there. With Mayuri.
I heard about that a little bit. Yeah. So what's up with that?
So Drama CD Beta was the original story. There was Drama CD Alpha, Beta, and Gamma, and Gamma was a non-canon side story about an evil Okabe in
remember that.
In the 2% range. Yeah.
That looked schlocky, to be quite honest.
I thought it was cool. It was pretty cool. It had a good ending, but Alpha and Beta were two. Basically, they were released alongside the original VN as side story content that added a little bit more information. So I don't know if I can't. I'm not going to spoil any of the Drama CD Beta content here because it integrates itself into Zero a bit.
Oh yeah.
But it's basically the unseen perspective of Mayuri when Okabe first went back in time. And the whole Hikaboshi thing. ties into the Tanabata festival in Japan. And it's basically about the legend goes that the star-crossed lovers, Orihime and Hikaboshi, who are represented by the stars Vega and Altair, are separated, but on the Tanabata festival they can finally reunite just for one evening.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
So yeah, that's the kind of mythos behind that whole thing.
I hope Mayuri doesn't think she's the Altair. He's like, ooh, I have something to tell you.
So she considers Ho and Kyoma to be the Hikaboshi who was lost, basically.
It is very good shit right off the bat. I very much like, because I have not, of course, since I don't speak Japanese, I have no idea what happens in that drama CD, but I have read the first volume of the Epigraph manga. For those of you who don't know, like, let's say, for example, you're not heavy into all this stuff as we are. Well, you're going to learn some stuff.
Well, we're delving
into
into deep realms right here. So there is a goddamn litany of side content for Steins Gate.
We're not going to go too deep.
No,
don't kind of give you guys some perspective.
Worry. I'll only stick on the relevant shit. So,
but another quick thing, I totally forgot to mention this. So this will be going over episode 1, and then after this, the next episode you'll see from us is episodes 1 through 4, pretty much the first 4 episodes, and then we're doing every 4 episodes, and that's going to be how the podcast will be presented to you guys. Because if we were to sit here every single week, that would be horrible on both of our schedules.
It would be a nightmare.
It would.
I'm a busy boy.
We are very busy people.
Busy man.
So Epigraph is basically, if I'm saying this correctly, this is what Steins Gate Zero was based off of.
Yeah, you could consider it the prototype, effectively. So the Epigraph trilogy was basically 3 light novels. Well, wouldn't really call them light novels, I guess. There were 3 novels that were released. When was it? Holy shit! When was it? It was
2012, I believe.
Yeah, it was 2012, I reckon. So they were basically these are the stories that introduced Maho, Leskin, and all these characters you're going to meet in Zero, and it basically serves as the foundation of what Zero eventually became. So,
and then they made a manga as well.
Yeah,
did you say the manga already?
Well, no, they adapted them into manga, which I actually fan translated at some point. But
the manga is really good.
Yeah,
it probably has the best art you'll see from Steins Gate.
I love that stuff.
At least in my opinion,
at least,
it's really.
Hey, at least
who's the artist on that again?
The artist was Yoshida Tadasu, I believe.
It's good shit.
But then,
look up the Epigraph stuff. It's good.
Yeah. So it was the three titles were Epigraph of the Closed Curve, Pandora of Eternal Return, and Altair at the Point at Infinity.
And then they cancelled it. The mangas, at least.
Yeah, they cancelled the manga when it reached Altair, but the novels went on, and they ended in a similar way to Zero, but a lot of details were changed. Zero was basically the expanded and elaborated version of the Epigraph trilogy, with stuff from other supplementary stuff mixed into the mix as well. Bit of a melting pot.
A little bit, and the Zero anime lives up to that by being even more of a melting pot.
Yep.
But in a very good way. So right off the bat, this might surprise many of you, the Zero, at least if you're just pure, like, I liked the Steins Gate anime, or I like the game, and now I'm going to this new thing. This is very different than what, of course, I remember playing the Zero game, and it's very much incorporates a lot of elements from Epigraph. It's almost one-to-one in a way. It's really interesting. I was not expecting them to do this. I honestly had kind of low expectations for this.
Yeah, the plot ordering was changed around for the visual novel, but it seems like the anime is sort of following the structure of the manga a bit closely. I
wouldn't be surprised if the whole thing just ends up being an adaptation of the light novels.
Hey, I mean, we'll see what happens. I can't really mention stuff that's gonna happen, I guess, but
spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers.
But of course, we are going to be covering, I guess, like,
yeah.
And last warning: this whole episode, fair game for us to discuss. It begins at, of course. Well, again, I was surprised that they didn't try to at least recap episode beta, because.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised too, but they really had no time. Like you said, they didn't include the opening or the ending songs. They just used the visual novel opening to cap it off.
Amadeus, which was really strong. I know Vic was losing his mind over that.
Vic didn't like it. No, Vic did.
Really?
No, Vic did like it.
You know, he loved it.
Sorry, there was someone else who didn't like it, and I was like, what the fuck, guy? Because he was like, it was pretty lazy of them to use the Amadeus song at the end.
Honestly, I'm on a bit of both camps. I'm like, Vic hyped it up a lot, and then I'm like, I liked it. It was lazy a little bit, but also it worked. So I'm like, you know what? You get a pass.
I mean, to me, episode 1 doesn't always contain the opening and ending songs, so I was fine with them doing it because it
Oh yeah.
wasn't out of the ordinary. But
And you can't you're gonna tell me you didn't like hearing Amadeus? Like, come on.
it's a good song. Although I am very eager to hear Fatima. So
I like Fatima a whole bunch.
yeah, I really like the tickety tock motif it's got. So yeah, little tick tock, tick tock.
But yeah, it basically ended. For those of you, I keep saying for those of you who play the game, but honestly, I don't think a lot of you did. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Because those things are not marketed at all.
They kind of cut down the lecture a bit, but
they did. Honestly, they kept in what mattered. I'm still going to say pure atmosphere alone. Like, again, because there's a big part of me that really enjoys, I guess, those the moments in Okabe's head when he's just going over all his his surroundings.
Very strong. I feel like the way they framed the episode with the angles and the lighting a lot, it very much felt like getting into Okabe's headspace, and especially when he was having the anxiety attacks, the PTSD.
Oh boy,
the trauma.
That was good.
I think they visually represented that very well. In fact, I mean the scene with the exploding Kurusu bodies.
Yes. So there is a part of this episode where, and I was waiting for them to do it because they do at the very beginning, they show off a little bit of his therapy, and they don't go into as much detail as they do, I guess, in the epigraph. Or did they do that in the game at all?
Yeah, in the game. I remember one of the first trial videos they released was him at the therapy session.
Okay, so I don't know if they go on a bunch. No, I think they do go on a bunch.
It's a bit longer. Yeah, it's quite a bit longer.
But I think that actually kind of works, as it shows it just sprinkles it in front of the viewer's head a little bit.
Yeah,
and
it sets the tone right off the bat.
And it also kind of, I guess, not deceives, but it sets up for people who are not, like us who read all this crap. It basically sets up hey, there might be something, and the average viewer is oh, he's just sad. What's the worst that could happen? And as we can see near the end of the episode, Okabe's PTSD is quite horrible.
Oh yeah, poor boy.
And I was wondering how they would represent that without, again, of course, being in his head. But honestly, if you're going to do stuff like that, the crazy drawn proportions and everything every time Okabe has a freak out, I want more of that. Honestly, it worked really well.
Stylistically, I loved it. It was superior to the visual novel's anxiety attack, if you ask me. Honestly,
I'd say this whole beginning is better than the visual novel's beginning.
I think it's strong. I mean, obviously, you don't get the benefit of seeing what Okabe's thinking, and I feel like they didn't really show as well just how long he'd been away from the lab, that kind of thing.
Oh yes, that is one thing though, I will say. They were going kind of quick throughout this episode.
Yeah, I mean, I think the pacing was good for the most part, but I feel like they probably should have highlighted the disparity, how he had completely cast off that old life of his, basically.
Yeah, which again, why we highly recommend you go through and watch 23 Beta. That is excellent for showing you just how this affected him and how he got to the point he is now. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad that they're showing it kind of. It's given you everything that they want. On the outside, Okabe is still well, he's clearly affected by all this, but he has his little joking moments and everything. It's not to the extent of the original, but it's still there. You can see this is a very hurt version of Okabe, but they don't play it off, of course, he's just moping around all the time. It's a very...
No, he's trying to function, you know what I mean?
Yes, he is on the outside pretending to function. He is just really trying to get through life, even though the impending World War III is...
Well, yeah, that's hanging over his shoulders. I mean, Suzuha's there, and, a lot of people are... I've seen a few people have quite a visceral reaction already to Suzuha's character. They're calling it, bitchier and angrier, but
no.
She doesn't have the same hope that the original series Suzuha, the Alpha Attractor Suzuha, had.
Honestly, yeah, this is a completely different character.
She's from a different background, a different future, and from her perspective, she's basically already failed. So she doesn't know exactly what to do, but she's on a very tight schedule, and there's a time, it's ticking down. She's in trouble, basically.
Yeah, I never really picked up on this in the original, like my first time playing, but I do like the dynamic between Okabe and Suzuha. I can't believe I forgot her name. I'm a fake fucking fan.
Jesus, dude.
And Suzuha, yeah, I know. Can't wait to get all the comments like, actually, I was able to remember Suzuha's name in 0.5 seconds. But great first episode of a podcast. Please keep listening every month for more of this. I like the dynamic between the two. I think it's really great how, like, and again, they're both a pair of failures who, because of their own, like, I guess, maybe like embarrassment, I'm not sure if that's the right word for it, but they don't like to be around each other after the incident.
I think, yeah, there's a sense of shame there.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, like, Okabe is generally uncomfortable around Suzuha because of what he's done, and Suzuha feels a sense of shame and injustice to her father's mission.
Yeah, it works really well. And besides that, the one thing I wish they brought over from Epigraph, and for those of you who, again, haven't read Epigraph, there's a really funny part at the beginning where Future Daru, like, tells Suzuha, like, hey, when you get back to the past, make sure to tell me to cut the snacks and shit and make sure I actually start working out. And
yeah, because he has really bad back problems.
Oh yes, and he has no stamina. And that works really well because when it cuts back to the scene in the lab with Daru on his computer and like eating a bunch of garbage, Suzuha puts the I think it was like a metal hairspray to pretend it was like a gun.
Yeah, it was a spray of deodorant.
I'm glad they brought that. I'm happy that was back. Honestly, it was very convenient that I read Epigraph a week ago before this, because I would have been like, this wasn't in the visual novel. They changed too much. Oh yeah, that's honestly one of the best things I can say so far. Because nobody read Epigraph, straight up.
Yeah, I mean,
you
except me
played the. Oh, well, yeah, because not everyone again is super fans. So if you played the visual novel, or you are an anime only fan, there's still a lot for you here. Like any fan of the Zero visual novel, trust me, give this a watch. You will definitely find stuff here for you. There is going to be a lot of new content for you to see, a new way they're telling the story, and like new and big quotes, but it's just Epigraph. But they're doing it very well so far. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, like, yeah, they cut out the part where Daru says to, like, hey Suzuha, tell me all this stuff. And I honestly think that made that scene a little bit better, especially when she eats the cake, but we have no time for that. We gotta go real fast through this
no time to eat cake section. In this world.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't. Again, my expectations were they were gonna burn through the beginning of this and then end it with Amadeus Kurisu.
Yeah.
Part of me, with the way they framed the last scene at the lecture hall, I was expecting her to show up and they'd kind of jump to that.
I thought maybe like she'd be on the screen instead of the
Maho, but we honestly don't know if that's going to end up happening.
Yeah, we don't actually, because we don't know what's going to pop up. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I half expected the action. I can't talk about it.
Yeah, it's very hard. Really, this whole first episode is going to be our thoughts about like little different stuff, and just
I can't really bring up broader things because
the episode didn't. The episode did a great job at setting tone and introducing all the characters.
It just didn't cover a lot of. Well, it didn't introduce all the characters. It introduced some of them, but
it didn't really give you a premise yet.
Yeah.
But it showed you. I guess it did everything the first episode of Steins Gate Zero needed to do. Because honestly, if you got this far...
It established the tone and where Okabe is as a person, and that's really the most important thing for the start.
Yes, and I feel like fans of Steins Gate are unlikely to drop it. I mean, God, I honestly... Real thing, people in the comments, if you haven't been playing the games, you went from anime, you waited a bunch of years, now you're on this one. Tell me what you thought of the first episode, first of all. I'm very curious about that.
Yeah, it's a good perspective to have.
Yeah, because... I would like to know, like, I haven't looked at any comments on this pretty much because I don't want to see.
I mean, I think. Like my opinion is even more heavily swayed because I've imbibed like all of the side material, so I have like all of the
He
context.
has the most clout. He has nothing but clout.
So it's easier for me to forgive like if there's holes in Zero, because Zero did have some plot holes.
Oh, yes.
But I sort of didn't really notice those as much as other people would, because those plot holes were covered by other material that I'd read. So
God, I remember I went to you right after I finished. Like, this was before we were like friends. I was just like, hey, the fuck happened?
yeah. So it's a bit mental, but Drama CD Beta is still well worth a listen.
Is it translated?
I did it back in 2011. I was gonna redo it.
Oh.
I was gonna redo it in like 2014. There's actually still a trailer for it on my YouTube channel, but I never got around to it. Whoops. But the crappy translation's probably still out there. I mean, it's not crappy, but it wasn't definitely not up to my my current standards, if you get what I mean.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
2011 me is not 2018 me. I would slap him in the face.
Oh, fuck you. Would you send yourself back to slap you in the face?
Maybe.
If you had to? Yeah, would you? All right, cool.
Oh, well.
Really, I was going to make a quick diversion. Like, one of the reasons we're doing this podcast in the first place, at least in my mind, why it's so fitting, is Zero is kind of what got us talking. If you remember, fucking years ago.
Wait,
when it came out.
Cullen.
Yes.
A diversion or a divergent?
Hey. Now, if any of you know anyone who's really into Steins Gate and would like to be a co-host of
No.
Absolute Zero,
No,
there's an opening to be filled.
No, stop doing your ASMR voice.
Hello, everybody.
Oh.
But no, that's neither here nor there. But yes, so what made it so fitting to me is, again, this is how we started talking.
Yeah.
Because I was just a
recall,
little review
I remember
boy.
when you shared with me that Chaos Child Love Choo Choo unboxing as well.
No, it was before that. Oh yeah, that was fun.
That was funny.
Actually, no, I didn't share that with you. You just screamed in my DMs one
day. Yeah, no.
You're the guy!
I messaged... Yeah, I was like, oh shit, that's you.
I was reviewing this game, and a friend of mine was like, oh, you should ask Steiner about this. I'm like, who the fuck is Steiner?
As you do.
You know, at the time, because I was just getting into this after a bad breakup with Zero Escape.
They don't know about the celebrities like me.
Honestly, no, but like ever since then, like I was a huge fan of your work. I looked up to you and all this stuff, and then I met you at Otakon, and now I'm like, oh, well, I don't look up to him anymore, but he's my best friend, so what are we going to do about that? But from, I guess, so we've covered pretty much, do you have anything else to talk about, I guess, about the general story beats of the episode,
Maho.
pacing, anything like that? Oh, Maho, yes.
She's
Good.
tiny, and it's great.
Because honestly, the visual novel deceives you into thinking she's a lot taller than she is.
Yeah, it does, because of the sprites, because of the...
because they need her to be like...
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're just like almost as tall as Liskinen. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Leskinen, yeah.
Leskinen?
He's Finnish American.
I guess I'm going to out myself. My entire time until today, I did not know how to pronounce his name because every time it came up in the visual novel, it basically played out as white noise to me.
Incredible.
Because just the letters like themselves, I'm like Liskinen, and every time like he would come up in like a conversation between our like various group chats and things, I'd be like, oh yes, shaman girls, and I would get away with it that way, despite the fact I never remembered how to spell his fucking name. Animation wise, what did you think of, I guess, Zero
I got
animated
a
form?
level with you.
Yeah.
I don't have an eye for animation.
Oh, okay. So you're not really one to like appreciate the movement.
I thought Skyrim looked fine.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Honestly, I don't really have that much of an eye. I can just tell when it looks really bad.
Yeah.
So
it didn't look really bad to me.
It looked good.
I liked how the animation style kind of shifted during the hallucination.
Yes, I brought that up a bit.
Yeah,
earlier.
the funky proportions.
Made the proportions pretty wild. I feel like if you really loved, I guess, the directorial style of the original anime, you'll
different
fit
director
right in.
though.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
I think.
Well, it looks
Maybe.
just like the original series.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Everything. I don't know.
Hang on, let me double check. Let me double check.
All right, everybody. Podcast is coming to a screeching halt.
Oh, it's written by Hanada though.
Who's that?
He wrote the same. It's Juki. But he wrote the Steins. Hang on.
Yeah. Okay. This is really good for a podcast. This is. Can I mention how great this is for a podcast? We've been sitting here for 55 minutes.
Oh wait, have we? How many? Oh my God, it's 52 minutes. What was I saying?
We were taking a diversion about divergence.
Whoa. Whoa. Anyway, yes. No. As I was saying, Steins Gate Zero has a different director to the original, but I think he's handling it very well. It's Kenichi Kawamura is the director.
I'm wondering if maybe he's just the biggest fan ever of, I guess the epigraph manga, and he's just like, oh, well, we're gonna do it this way.
I'm glad that they are. I think if we don't get Maho in her pajamas, I'm gonna kill someone.
Oh, okay. That's a very weird thing to want, but
no, she's fair. So cute. She's so cute. She's got a bedhead.
That's fair. But it was a very good idea because Steins Gate Zero works good as a game, but there's a lot of stuff in Zero that doesn't really work as, in this format, whereas the original worked so good as a game and a visual novel because it was very linear. Whereas Zero is it's a game. We have multiple routes, branches from those different routes and everything.
Yeah.
So, with all this nice stuff to say, what are your worries about the Steins Gate Zero adaptation? Because since we don't know the future, the first episode of this could be very different tonally than the last episode of this podcast. So, give me your worries.
What?
Give me your worries. Tell me them.
I'm a little bit fearful that I might not make enough money to live.
I fucking hate you. I'm not about the goddamn anime. I'm keeping this in.
All right, I'm sorry. I'll stop fucking around. Okay. Okay, so the way Zero is structured in terms of narrative is it has quite an early forking branch that, this isn't spoiler, so it's fine. Basically,
it's not. It's how the game works.
So basically, structurally, the game goes down a left-hand path and a right-hand path, and there's a fundamental decision near the start of the game that influences ultimately what happens. And you have to go through both to access the true ending. So my only worry is that they're not going to be able to adapt both in a satisfying manner. I feel like if they do it well, they could cover both branches and then properly segue into the true ending, but they're going to have to be very smart about how they do that and how they basically switch between the two. If you get
or they'll just only adapt epigraph and that's it.
Yeah, if they only adapt one, though, the ending isn't going to make any fucking sense.
Well, but did the epigraph ending make sense?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not really. It kind of the entirety of the shit. I can't say anything because it's spoilers.
Yeah, you can't. No, yeah, shit.
Okay, hang on. I'll say the promised Renacimiento route didn't exist.
Oh, woo.
Okay, it was only Vega and Altair.
That's interesting because the promised route was, if I'm remembering my routes correctly, that was the best route of the game.
Yes, it was. And that's where the real insane shit happens.
Oh yeah.
Did you think Steins Gate was crazy? Did you think that did some weird shit? Did you
look at all that shit?
Did you listen to the Gamma drama CD where Okabe shoots a lady with a gun? Well, you know what? This is crazier than that.
Yeah, no gun shooting, but look at him.
He didn't shoot anyone, did he? No, he killed Daru though.
What?
Anyway, that's the future. Don't worry about it. So basically,
by the way, that's not canon.
He did in that world though. He
No, for you people out there, it's like, oh, I got spoiled on Zero. No, you did not. Don't worry. So really just adapting all the different...
basically there's an issue of adapting the actual content in a cohesive manner. If you ask me, I mean, it really needed a lot of episodes. I think they should have adapted the... Wait, hang on, that's spoilers too. Fuck. This is so hard to discuss, but there is a premature ending that I feel could have been worked in as well.
So, I guess really, as of now, we're excited to see what the future has.
I generally like to wait 3 episodes before casting proper judgment on whether or not I should be excited. But I am at the minute cautiously optimistic. Nobody knows what the future holds, and that's why its possibility is infinite.
Yes. So I guess a couple things to just end the episode.
Yeah, round it off, cap it off.
Yep, round it off. Yuki dressing up as Fez was great.
That was great. A nice little Chaos Head reference.
That was wonderful. Also, I read in one of our servers that we're in that apparently in Daru's when he was on the computer, it used the Chaos Head computer noises.
Yeah, it did.
That's good. Good right there.
It's very nice. It's good when they do the little nods. You know what I mean? Because it is a large interconnected universe that we're not gonna go into right now. But
yes. Yes, watch. No, I almost said watch Chaos Child.
Don't
Jesus Christ.
Watch Chaos Child.
Play Chaos Child.
Read
That's it.
Read it, please. Just do that.
But we're not gonna. Yeah, do that. So far, this is. I think many people who are again anime only are gonna really appreciate the direction Zero's going, because right off the bat it alleviates a lot of problems people might have. I guess, like if you ever thought Mayuri was annoying, you're. Episode 1 immediately of Zero, you're not going to have that issue. I mean, I've played all of it, so maybe I don't have that bias of like, oh, this annoying character, but all the characters are toned down in a way that actually works based off the setting they're in, because it gives you this whole air of uncomfort, I guess.
Except Faris.
Oh, except Faris. Yeah, if you're expecting character development from Faris in Steins Gate Zero, you're not going to get it.
Well, she's okay. She's got the
She is as she always is.
She has the good bathtub CG.
Oh yeah.
It's quality.
I guess.
Quality.
You think they're going to adapt that?
I hope so. Parting thoughts, I guess
Cautiously optimistic.
I was fearful going into the episode. I was worried that they were just gonna fuck it up because they keep cocking things up.
Oh yes, there has not been a good science adventure anime
since 2011.
Well, I mean, while Robotics Notes isn't the most faithful adaptation,
Robotics Notes was faithful in that it was slow and boring, just like the original VN.
But it's still, I would say it's good. I watched all of it.
Yeah, Robotics Notes kind of
suffered
not the
best.
Little bit of adaptation decay, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. It wasn't awful.
And then everything after that was trash.
Chaos Child anime, real bad.
Don't watch it. I've made a whole video on why you shouldn't watch that.
Yeah,
so don't watch
Chaos
it.
Head anime,
bad.
Also my favorite anime.
Oh yes, his favorite. Watch it dubbed.
Don't fucking watch it, please.
But if you are gonna watch it dubbed.
No. If you're gonna get into the Chaos titles, please just read the visual novels.
Yes, they're very good.
It's a matter of taste. Like if you like Steins Gate, you might not necessarily like Chaos Head and Chaos Child.
But you should go in with an open mind.
They deal with different themes. It's more of a psychological horror kind of thing, and to do with reality. But this is meant to be a Zero podcast. What are we doing?
Well, hey, we have to show that science adventure. But I will say, I'm very excited for this season. I was so giddy for this.
I'll admit that there's a childish sense of whimsy welling up in me, because
I never watched these. Like, I've never seen a science adventure series while they've aired.
Yeah,
I've always caught them on the end of it.
Way back when in 2011, I watched Steins Gate unfold live, and it was when the project, the translation project initially picked up, all of that jazz. It was basically the origins of me as a translator. So it's quite interesting to think about how things have changed in the last 7 years. And sort of watching Steins Gate Zero again as it goes live is sort of bringing me back to the old days in a way, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of emotion here from, I guess, not just us, because Steins Gate, for both of us, is a very important title in our lives.
It's quite something.
Yes, so... But, a lot of people were affected by the original anime. It blew people's minds back then. So there's a lot of excitement for this. I am extremely excited, but I am also, a little nervous how they're going to handle a lot of this stuff. It's really just, as of now, no one knows if this anime adaptation will be good. Because a lot of people I've talked to who are anime-only fans, they're like, well, no, it's Steins Gate, so it's good. It's like, no, but Zero had some problems. And... Yeah. It's like, they're going to have to kind of do above and beyond to fix all of Zero's like issues, while also like I hope by the end of this series we can both say, again, this is the absolute best scenario, we can say this is the best way to experience Steins Gate Zero, because that would be amazing if they could do that.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, but I'm like, part of me is like, I don't know. So yeah, we were talking, and we're like, well, we're both gonna be tweeting about it anyway every single week. Might as well try to get as much as clout as possible and make a podcast.
We'll see what happens.
So here you are. Here's the Absolute Zero podcast. I have to know, Steiner.
Yeah.
So, fun fact for the audience at home: Steiner was the one who came up with the name. Did you know that? Was that something that was?
I didn't consciously know it.
Is that something that was in a light novel chapter or something?
I don't think I consciously knew it. I think it was
to you?
in the back of my mind. I think I probably did read it in the material, but then it just came to my head and I didn't realize.
So some of you at home might be like, oh, okay, they made this like, they saw this first episode and they bullshitted a podcast and all one day. No, so 5 days ago, I was like, Steiner, the anime airs in 5 days. We need to come up with a structure for this podcast or a name or something, because we'd been planning it for a couple weeks, but on and off, like, hey, you want to do a podcast? He was like, I guess. I'm like, cool. And another video project of ours failed, so
what was that?
Kind of like, oh, what?
What was that?
Oh, a video project of ours failed.
What project
didn't go
was
through?
That?
Oh, I don't know. I forgot.
Me too.
Yeah, me too. Whatever. I mean, those that are smart might be able to tell from the podcast layout. They might be able to piece it together.
No,
but it's whatever.
Don't tell them.
Hey, I mean, nobody played Chaos Child, but we were like, hey, let's get that clout. Let's. Oh wait, no, that's not.
Yeah. So.
Oh, wait,
what happened?
No, I didn't end the story. I was gonna say yeah. So, and we were just throwing names at each other. It's like, what should the podcast be called? And then he said Absolute Zero. And I said, wow, yeah, no, that sounds amazing. Let's do that. And I bet none of you are going to believe us. But you know what? That's what happened.
I'm sorry.
So, Steiner.
Forgive me.
I do forgive you.
Thank you.
Begrudgingly.
Well, whatever. You know, shit happens. The world ticks. The world turns.
The world gets in a third world war. It's fine.
The bomb.
I failed. Oh, I failed this first episode of a podcast. So, if you have made it this far, thank you for sticking with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Hopefully the next episode will be a bit less all over the place, but you know what? We've had fun tonight.
We have. It's been good. I think once we have more material to talk about than just the first episode.
But like, we needed to kind of. All right, I'll be real with you guys. We need to get the first episode out close to the first episode of the anime. That's really it. That's your reason.
It's all about framing, my friend.
Yes. So I guess I don't know if I mentioned this earlier. Every 4 episodes we'll be doing an episode of this. So episode 1 will be just this is the pilot, but the next episode is going to be everything up to 4. After that, everything up to 8. After that, everything up to 12. I almost forgot how my multiplications of 4 went for a second, and then it's going to keep going on from there.
Yeah.
So I think this has been really fun so far. Maybe we'll cut together some outtakes because we have some really good ones.
Oh God, we have some.
Oh yes. So I hope you really enjoy Rukako and the Gang's good trip through the sad boy timeline.
What the fuck did you just say?
I said Rukako. That's what
you mean
Crunchyroll told me.
Lukako, my friend.
No, Rukako. No, I fucking... Are you one of those people who just played the visual novel and were like, I'm better than you because I played the visual novel?
Yes.
When, like, look, anime-only fans like me think Rukako is fine.
Dude, Rukako is probably fine, and I know why they did it.
Honestly, yeah, no, like, it's... Actually, we forgot to mention that. There are some inconsistencies with the Crunchyroll subs right now.
Well, we'll see what
I
happens.
noticed a couple things that like only us will care
well,
about.
I think it's Funimation's. Didn't
okay, but
Funny get the license.
Twippo.
Yeah, no,
Twippo.
Twippo was good. I was glad to see Twippo.
Yeah, but like okay, but didn't they mess that up on the Chaos Child anime? Like
yeah, they did. They called it Tweeter.
Yeah, so like, can you guys just make up your mind? Like, it's weird. Like, you guys are fine being inconsistent there.
The issue, I mean, I think the issue at large is just they get different translators, and not everyone looks.
Okay,
So,
that's fair. Want to start that again?
I think the issue is that different translators are assigned. Like, I'm pretty sure the guy who subbed Chaos Child isn't subbing Steins Gate Zero. So, it's, you know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
So it's basically just translator inconsistency. Not everyone looks everything up. Wires get crossed and terms get delivered differently. That's all about there is to it.
I'm going to guess that Rukako will probably stay the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they're probably just doing
that's-
that to be consistent with the original
That's
subtitles.
fair.
And
yeah.
the Steins Gate original dub also use Rukako. We use Lukako in the translation of the visual novel because that's what
You also use Kangaroo with a K.
Yep. It's because it's what the developers specifically requested. It's basically when you translate into English from Japanese, the Ru sound can become L or R. Basically, that's just how it is. So it's a bit of a toss up.
Okay. And then besides that, let's see. Oh yeah, Ru, I guess. We'll end this episode off with a good Ru to all of the wonderful people
Or perhaps
who
we should
stuck
say
with us.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo and a Tootaroo to you. Steiner, I know it's already on the screen right now for these wonderful people, but just for ethics' sake, where can the people find you on Twippo?
What?
Where can the good people watching this video
the good
follow
audience
you on the good boys and girls?
The audience.
Where can the audience find you on Twitter?
Yeah,
Twippo.
Where
Where can they find you on Twitter, Steiner?
On Twitter, they can find me at the handle Distant Valhalla.
And what can they expect if they follow you on there? Or can they get some
Shit posts, complaints,
and weekly hot takes?
Anger, and basically me being overworked.
Oh yes.
I'll generally post whatever the hell. I'll answer questions on my little
Question
box page. And yeah, generally just do what I do. Do what I do as I've been doing it for the last 6 years. You know what I mean?
Good, respectful man right there. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, where you can see updates on what I think about this and a lot of other seasonal anime I'm watching right now, as well as like different shit posts, updates on videos, because I got some videos coming out. The main reason this podcast exists is to kind of give you something to look forward to in between videos. At the moment, I have 2 reviews going up soon. The Lydian Suele review will be going up, and then Yakuza 6 will be starting production right after that is done. So look forward to that, and look forward to this.
Yeah. Anyway, this was fun. So we'll be doing it again in a month, I guess. And we'll have
A couple weeks.
Yeah, we'll have more to talk about. So
A lot more to talk about instead of this is just really introduction, us shooting the shit, kind of just telling us.
bit of a dip your toes into the mix kind of doodle.
Yeah. So I hope we I hope we keep it up.
Yeah.
We should be getting these out once a month.
Ideally.
I think next month is going to be kind of weird. I said monthly, but I checked the schedule of like when Steins Gate airs. And next month might have 2 episodes, at one at the dead beginning and one at the dead end.
Oh yeah, that happens.
So shh, don't say it.
Just say every 4 episodes. Every 4.
No. I'm going to do monthly because it looks better. But if any of you get if any of you come into my comments next month and say, why were there 2 episodes in the month, I'm gonna smack you on the butt cheeks. I swear to God.
Colin.
Yeah.
I just realized something.
Yeah.
Absolute Zero.
Yeah.
It's the name of the first chapter in the VN as well.
Oh my God.